Good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office on this 5th day of April 2023. You're watching the morning briefing. It is another really good looking morning as I look out the window here from the home weather office. Bright sunshine out there, but of course it is another cold morning for this time of year. Valley temperatures started off in the mid to upper 30s, some spots low 40s, but either way, that's below average, and temperatures are going to stay below average again during the day today. And as we go through the next couple of days, we are going to transition into some warmer weather. It doesn't mean it's going to get warm. It'll be, let's say, less cold. Over the last, quite a while, but especially the last few days, the daytime highs in the valley have been around 10 degrees below average. As of today, the average high for Sacramento was 71. In a few days, that average high goes to 72, and by the end of the month, the average high is 77. We may get into the 70s by the time we get into the day on Sunday. Easter Sunday is still looking as though it's going to work out okay. Right now, we still think it's going to be dry, and right now we still think it's going to be warmer, but again, maybe not perfectly clear. And just to talk a little bit about this cold weather that we have been seeing for an extended period of time, coming up on Friday, so on the 7th, a year ago on April 7th, we saw our first 90 of the season last year, and on Saturday, the 8th, we saw 92. Now, later in the month, we did see some rain and snow, but it just goes to show you just how warm it can be at this time of year with this higher sun angle, but this year, we're struggling to even make it to 70 degrees. We haven't seen anything warmer than 71 degrees in Sacramento since the day before Halloween. So it's been a long stretch of colder than average weather, and even though things are going to be warming up, it isn't still necessarily going to get warm. So let's show you what's happening this morning. Beautiful satellite photo this morning. Some high, thin clouds beginning to drift on in. Healthy snowpack. You see a lot more cloud cover here off the coast, and this is the cloud cover that's going to be coming our way as we head through the day. So our morning hours are going to be the brighter part of the day. The afternoon will turn somewhat cloudier, and temperatures may be a couple of degrees warmer than what we saw yesterday, but there's a lot more cloud cover out here in the Pacific that'll be coming our way. Now, notice one thing, that as you go farther to the north, you find more cloud cover, and that's a trend we're going to see over the next few days. If you're closer to the Oregon state line, you're going to have better chances of rain than you are, let's say, around Sacramento. And then if you go into Southern California, our chances of rain over the next few days are slim. I don't think we're actually going to get this down into Southern California. We may not even get this as far as south as Fresno. So again, all of that is the snowpack, and this is the beautiful cloud cover. Just love these satellite pictures. Great way to start the day. Let's get into the models, and I'll show you the latest thinking from the North American model. This is the 12Z run. And as we go through the day today, once again, notice where that rain is. This is this evening, and there's rain up along the state line. There's nothing in the valley. There's nothing in the Sierra. We get into the day on Thursday. This is Thursday around the middle part of the day. And as you can see, there is, once again, rain here. This is that atmospheric river that we talked about the other day that is sending rain to the northwest. And that atmospheric river staying safely to the north of, let's say, Interstate 80. This is late Thursday night. This is early Friday morning. This is 5 a.m. Friday morning. Some light snow above 6,000 feet. Some light rain for the valley. This is around the middle part of the day. The showers decreasing. Another indication that this isn't all that strong for us. Notice that the pressure gradients are quite weak, so you're not going to be talking about any wind that goes with this. And this is actually going to turn into a bit of a warm front as it goes by, with temperatures warming behind it. And that warm fronts tend to give us just very light precipitation, and that's another indication of what's going to be happening here as we transition out of the colder weather into warmer weather. This is Saturday morning. The model tends to paint these little spots of green. I don't think that's actual rain for us. This is Saturday afternoon, so I think Saturday's going to work out. We'll probably still have a fair amount of cloud cover in the area, but in terms of rain, I think Saturday's going to work out. In terms of how much rain we're talking about, so I mentioned that the valley isn't going to see much, and the farther south you go, you're not going to see any. So as you can see, from Modesto to the south, we don't get any. Sacramento picks up a few 1/100ths of an inch of rain. Chico, maybe a half an inch of rain, but then you get up toward the Shasta area here, we're talking 2 inches. And then, so yeah, that's that trend I showed you on the satellite and in the models. There's all the rain in Oregon. The farther south you go, the less you see. And of course, I'm not talking about anything for Southern California. So that gets us through the day on Saturday. Let's talk about Sunday. For this, I'm going to have to switch over to the GFS model. And I'll tell you, this model has been going back and forth, and it's been somewhat frustrating for us. But I think things are starting to come into focus a little bit better. This is Sunday morning, and you notice once again where the rain is. It's off to the north, and even though you see these areas of green over the state, this model tends to just kind of spit these areas out. Remember, this is a relatively low resolution model, so you tend to discount that sort of thing. So that's Sunday morning. This is Sunday night. This next line of rain is going to be our next dying quail that comes through on Monday to bring us a chance of a shower or two. Notice nothing in the way of rain, snow in the Sierra. That would be rain. And then that clears out as we head into Monday night and Tuesday. So the bottom line here is that we're looking pretty good. We will see some light rain Friday, mostly in the morning. Many areas will miss it. Snow, well, might see an inch or two above 6,000 feet. There could be chain controls first thing on Friday morning, but for a short period of time. And otherwise, I don't see any travel issues going through the Sierra through this upcoming weekend. And while the models have been going back and forth on the weekend itself, some have actually been spitting out chances of rain on Sunday. I think the latest models are trending away from that, and we'll just hope that that trend continues over the next couple of days. So a good looking day today, just still not all that warm. And that's all I've got for you today. I will be on KCRA today at 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, and 11. If you like these morning updates, feel free to subscribe. I appreciate that. And one other thing, I did post another update yesterday on the snow melt and where we may and may not see some flooding from the spring snow melt. So I'll add a link to that video too if you want to check that out, if you're concerned about where we might see some flooding from the spring snow melt. Like I said, that's all I've got for you this morning. Make it a great day. I'll talk to you later.